Welcome to Blathering Blatherskites. This is episode number 82. I'm entitling this one Night of the Living Blatherskites. We are still alive. I am one of your hosts, Ken Doman. Also can be found as at Nintendo79 on most of your social media stuff. I am joined by, as always, Robbie Baxter, also known as at Fifth Race. Robbie, good evening. Happy upcoming Halloween, and how have you been?
Yeah, you too, Ken. Happy upcoming Halloween in a couple days here on a Tuesday night. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm doing well. I have been super busy. My wife has been really busy too. So the combination of the two has been just a little bit more than we're used to. She's preparing for a mini marathon, like a half marathon.
Wow, that's
next
impressive.
Weekend. And
wow. Oh, wow.
I'm preparing for a 5K, so not as impressive as her, but
hey, way to go though.
So she's ready to go. She ran like 10 miles a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
And so she's only 3 miles away, and so that's been taking a lot of her time. And then just life is busy with kids and preschool and soccer and all that stuff. So we're finally through that, and we're looking forward to a weekend where we don't have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try to get my daughter to go see the My Little Pony movie or something. So
it's been
there on her list.
Whirlwind. Yeah, the My Little Pony. So that's on her radar, huh? She wants to see the My Little Pony.
The boys want to see Ninjago, and my daughter wants to see My Little Pony. I'm sure the boys would go see My Little Pony too.
Yeah.
Because really, that show, I understand why there's bronies. I mean, I don't completely understand why there's bronies, but like the stories are pretty good. Like I'm okay with it.
Okay. The meta score on My Little Pony movie is not good though. I'm warning you. So watch out.
I don't care. I'm sure my daughter's.
I'm sure that's what she's thinking.
And since when has any movie that I have liked had a good like critic score of any sort?
I don't know.
What is Metascore exactly?
Metascore, a Metacritic, they take all the considered top critics and it's like Rotten Tomatoes. There's the same thing. I mean,
I will hate every single movie they love, probably, and love every single movie they hate.
Well, they pick some of them that are good, and because it's an aggregate of all the critics, they also have user scores as well, which I tend to try to follow those, but then users are also really fickle. They'll latch on to some little thing about the movie they don't like, or maybe they have something personally against an actor or something going on with the film, and they'll give it like a 0 for some reason, even though that doesn't really mean that the film is bad. It's just they have a problem with something surrounding it. But that's such as the internet. But yeah, there's a lot of movies coming up pretty soon. We're kind of getting into the holiday movie season.
Yeah.
I know you try to stay away from spoilers, and we have the Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
I have not seen the new.
I did. I watched the new trailer, and then the director comes out and says,
Don't watch the new trailer.
I was like,
exactly. And I was completely vindicated.
Right. Thanks a lot, man.
People give me a hard time. I can't believe you're not going to watch a trailer. And then Rian Johnson comes out. Rian Johnson, right? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Comes out.
His name's spelled weird, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rian, I think.
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've not seen it. But I mean, I probably ruined the entire movie for myself. Right after Force Awakens, I read one of those stupid leak scripts things.
So now you're just
you
know the Jar Jar is the bad guy and all that stuff.
Right. No, I don't remember much of it, but I'm afraid that when I'm watching the movie, I will remember. Anyway,
might come back to you. You could be totally wrong. That leak script could have been bogus.
That would be perfect. And there's Thor is coming out.
Thor 3 Ragnarok. That is coming very soon. I think next Friday.
What's the Metacritic score on that one?
Oh, I don't know. I have not seen any reviews on it yet. It might be still under embargo. I know they tend to do that. Oh no, it's sitting at a 73 right now, 73%
out of 1,000.
Out of 100. Okay, just 100, which is good. And actually, I think I have seen some reviews on it that have been fairly positive. They praised like the kind of comedic elements in it, and that's I think people's biggest criticism as well is they think that it doesn't
too funny.
Yeah, too funny, but I don't know what people want. You can never make everyone happy, but
no, you can't.
I have seen trailers for that. I kind of like the tone of it, and I like where they're going with it. I think the scene with the Hulk looks really good,
Yeah.
and of course it's got Jeff Goldblum in it, and I don't know why, but I like that guy. Like, he's just
You
cool,
always have.
cool dude. Yeah, I don't know why.
The
And
Fly, I think, is why.
I have seen The Fly with him, and that movie terrified me when I saw it. Like,
I
terrified
I
me.
remember
That
watching it
was
too. It might have been with you at one point. It might have been the
yeah,
second or third time
yeah,
you've seen it. But yeah,
right.
it's
And I wasn't even that young of a kid. I mean, I was as much younger than I am now, but I was, yeah, that scared the crap out of me. Never getting a transporter. That ain't gonna happen. But recently released movie though, Blade Runner. I've been dying to see Blade Runner,
I
and
know.
I've been trying to make arrangements to go see it. And almost feel guilty. I feel bad because the movie's not doing well. Yet all the people that I have heard of that have seen it said it's good. Like, it's great. It's a really good movie.
Have you seen the original lately?
Not lately. I last time I saw it was probably around the time I saw The Fly. I don't know. It's been a while.
I've started watching it. I'd like to watch it before I go to the theater, but it's going to be out of the
Yeah.
theater soon. I mean, it's got to be running its
Yeah.
course soon, right?
Yeah. And at least here in Central Ohio, our last dollar theater is going away. They're becoming a first run theater now, so we don't have.
I don't even know where a dollar
places to
theater
go.
is in Indianapolis.
I don't know. I guess that's not as much of a thing. Now, have you signed up for Movie Pass? I wasn't sure if we talked about that.
Movie Pass.
Movie Pass. Oh, Movie Pass. It's this amazing thing where it's like, it's made by one of the co-founders of Netflix, and it's kind of a similar business model. You sign up for a subscription.
I've heard of this. Yeah. Okay.
It came out a while ago, but it was ridiculously expensive. It was like 35 or $40 a month. Now it's $10 a month. The way it works, you sign up for it. They send you a credit card that can be loaded with money on it. You have to go to a theater. You have to be within, I think, like 100 yards of a theater to buy the tickets. You go in the app, you buy the tickets. It loads this credit card up with just enough to buy a ticket, and you go to the counter and you buy your movie ticket. And it doesn't cost you anything. You can do this up to once per day. So you can watch a movie a day, and it's $10 a month, which for some theaters, that's less than the price of one ticket to a theater, to a movie. So if you see one movie a month, you're getting your money's worth out of it. So yeah, it's been on.
Have you tried this? Have you done it yet?
I have not done it yet because I actually need to sign up for it soon, because once you sign up, I guess it takes a few weeks to get this. You have to get the card and your account set up. But yeah, that's actually probably need to do that this weekend, because if we want to watch things like Star Wars and stuff, we'll need to have the cards on hand to do that. Yeah, especially
Movie Pass.
Movie Pass. Yep.
Yeah, I remember us talking. Maybe it wasn't us, but I remember talking to somebody about this when it first came out. And you're right; it was like $30 or $40 a month. It was crazy.
It was a lot, and then they've changed that.
$9.95 a month.
Yeah. Yep. And it sounds like a little too good to be true, but it's the real deal. So yeah, you sign up for that. And speaking of cool things in movies, have you seen the Movies Anywhere app? Have you heard about this? Movies Anywhere?
No.
They were used to be Disney Movies Anywhere. I'm sure you're familiar with that. You have kids,
probably.
Disney movies. You buy a Disney movie, you register that movie for the digital copy, right?
Right. Yeah, my wife has done this.
You get it on iTunes, you get it on Amazon, you get it on YouTube, you get it everywhere. Well, Disney has partnered with the major movie studios, with like Warner Brothers, with I think Fox, most of the big movie theaters or big movie companies, the studios. So you buy a movie, or if you have movies in your Amazon collection or in your iTunes collection, in your Vudu collection, they are now in all of them. They're all.
What if I have a DVD?
Then you just have a DVD. But if you have a digital version of that DVD that you had a code that you had redeemed, then that's now available in all these services. And then they also have the Movies Anywhere app, which is on Android, iOS, Apple TV, Roku, and
Ken, I might I might shed a tear. The future is now.
It is.
This is seriously like,
yeah.
This is the type of thing that we've been waiting for.
Oh, I know.
For 10 years since we were able to watch digital movies. I mean,
exactly. Well, I have liked the idea of digital, and I feel like this is finally where it works. And it's like, this is what I've been wanting, because I would always hesitate when buying a movie digitally because I'm like, oh, what platform do I want to buy it on? Do I want to buy it on Amazon? Am I going to buy it on iTunes? Now it doesn't matter.
Which is why I never buy a movie.
Right.
I mean, that's not true. I buy Blu-rays and DVD. Well, Blu-rays mostly.
Right.
We have
if it has a code, it has a code.
If it has a code, it has a code. Otherwise, I rip it and put it on my Plex server so I can watch it somewhere else.
Right. And now you don't have to do that. And I think it's a really good move for the movie industry, because I think they kind of get it now. And it's like, hey, now people are going to buy more movies. I know I will. I've actually kind of talked to my wife, since we don't have cable. I was like, why don't we just buy one movie every week, and then add it to our collection? And it's like, that's still cheaper than cable. And we build up a collection of movies that we really like and can have with our kids.
I know we didn't have this subject on our list of things to talk about, but you just talked about not having cable. I have cut the cord.
Oh, congratulations. Good job.
And I have fiber internet now. I'm no longer affiliated with Xfinity or Comcast. I have 200 meg down, 75 up, very consistent. Nice. And I have decided to go all in with YouTube TV.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. So what's the difference between YouTube TV and YouTube Red? Because I've heard about YouTube Red.
YouTube Red, so I have that too, because I have Google Music. I have a subscription to Google Music. YouTube Red, I think, is like ad-free YouTube.
Yeah.
And
they have some exclusive content.
Content. YouTube TV is all of my local channels except for Fox, I think.
Okay.
A bunch of other sports stations, like Big Ten Network, ESPN, all those. I get AMC. I get several other stations like Sci-Fi, USA. It was really looking at Hulu and Sling and all the other all these streaming services that do these things. This had the majority. It has Disney Channel. It had all 3 Disney channels. It had the majority of the channels that we watch. The only thing we're missing,
Disney XD.
Yes.
XD. Oh, nice.
And the only thing we don't have is Hallmark, which my wife likes.
So I'm not shedding a tear over that one.
Which she'll watch all the movies when she goes to her parents' house. But it's 30 or $35 a month. I can't remember.
Okay.
But you get a free Chromecast with your first paid month. You get 2 weeks free if you want to try it. Anyway, if anybody's interested, I will send you an invite code or something. I'm sure I get something for that. But I'm really liking it a lot.
Okay.
And we have officially cut the cord.
Nice.
So, well, and all in all, it's a lot cheaper than cable was.
And I don't miss it, man. We've had it for 2 years now. We haven't really had a cable service, and we have internet, and most of the things we want to watch, we can watch. There's more content than I can even consume. And we recently got Hulu, which got a good deal on that. If you have Spotify, specifically if you have the Spotify student account, which I do because I am a student. I have a .edu email address. You sign up for that, $5 a month. You get Spotify and Hulu for the $5.
Wow.
Yeah. So now
it's a regular Hulu, not Hulu TV, right?
It's the Hulu with commercials, but it has new shows from all the major networks except for CBS because they do their own thing. And I'm not sure if I even want to talk about Star Trek, but yeah.
The Orville is where it's at, Ken.
The Orville. I have been watching the Orville. I didn't even have it on my list of things, but yeah.
Yes, I have too. I've not watched any of the Star Trek yet, but I've watched the Orville.
Yeah, but anyway, Hulu is nice. So I've been enjoying it. My wife has actually been going through watching Smallville. She loved that show. It's got the entire series on there, so she's been kind of going back through that again. So yeah, there's a lot of options out there, and not that expensive to do it. I mean, especially compared to what cable prices are for TV packages. So anyway, I was going to talk about some other things that we've been either watching or playing. Have you been able to play any games lately? Not sure if you had any
Nope.
Time for games. There's one in particular I think you would like. It's called Cuphead. It is, yeah, Cuphead is a weird name, but it's an animated, like it's a game in the style of 1930s animation. So, and the visual style is just spot on, and they did all the music is music from that era as well, and just the style of it, and the gameplay is just amazing. It's gotten some criticism for its difficulty because it is hard. It is, you're not going to beat these levels in one shot kind of thing. But the levels are short. They're typically under 2 minutes for most of them, if you can make it through.
Right.
But they're going to take multiple tries. But yeah, the game is just impeccable. I mean, it was done by an indie studio. This is their first game. They've never done another game before. They've been working on it for at least like 4 years, I think. And Microsoft saw it, and they kind of gravitated toward it, and they got it as an exclusive. So it is only on the Xbox One and PC. But it is cross-buy. So if you get it on Xbox One, you also get it on PC. You get your license for both of those, and it's only $20, $19.99 for the game. So
yeah, I've seen quite a bit about it. I haven't pulled the trigger on it. It does look very interesting. Have you? So you've been playing it?
I've been playing it. I actually have beaten it. I've beaten the game.
Wow. Are there different difficulty settings?
There are. Well, I'll try to explain kind of the format of the game. Most of the levels are what are called boss battles, where you have a main boss you're trying to kill with your little. He kind of points his finger and shoots, and you have a few different kind of beams, like you have the straight shot, the triple shot, and different things like that. And you try to beat the bosses. There's like 17 different bosses, and they're separated into 3 islands and then a final stage. And then there are what are called run and gun levels, where you're just kind of a platformer, kind of like Mario, except you can't jump on their heads. You have to shoot them. So that's the way it's divided up. It's also cooperative. You can play 2 players at once. That almost makes it harder, though, because there's just so much stuff going on in the game. And they also have some of the boss levels are you're in a little airplane, and you can shoot your little airplane machine gun or drop bombs on them. You have like special abilities that you can charge up, by hitting the enemies, that charges it up for you. And you can do kind of what's called a parry jump, where if you see a little pink thing on the screen, you do a double jump on that, and that will give you a little bonus, and it's part of the challenge in each level to do that. So it's got a lot of things, a lot of different systems going on with it, and it takes a little time to get used to, but it's pretty accessible, I think, to at least to like my son and I. My son's only 4. Then he's not good at it, but he loves it because just I think the idea of it being like a cartoon and the way it's animated, and it is kind of funny, and it's actually kind of dark. It's like a lot of the 30s cartoons were kind of dark, and they, it's like the main enemy is the devil. So that kind of thing. And there are characters that are like smoking, and there's like one of the enemies is a bottle of alcohol. So it's not, I don't want to say it's the most family friendly, but it's also, there's no cursing, and the violence is all very cartoon violence, but it's in that style. But I don't know if I've described it very well or not, but I've found it very enjoyable, especially for the price, for the $20. It's it's well worth playing, and I got a lot of replay out of it. And now the difficulties, there's easy mode, but if you do easy, you don't actually get credit to proceed in the game. So it's kind of like practice. You play it on easy, and that's practice. If you play it on normal, you can get through the game, beat it on normal. Once you complete the game, it unlocks an expert mode, which is kind of ridiculous. I've beaten 1 level on expert, I think, and I don't know if I want to go any farther. But they have other things you can unlock. There's like a black and white mode if you do a certain thing in the levels. I think you have to get through all the run and guns without killing anything. So the object is to not shoot and still get through it. So
really?
Kind of challenge. But yeah, it's called Cuphead. the character kind of looks like Mickey Mouse. He's got like the gloves and the big shoes and shorts, and they're kind of the rubber hose looking characters, where their arms and legs look like, I don't know, like rubber hoses. And they have influence from a lot of cartoons of that era, like Betty Boop and that kind of thing. So yeah, I suggest trying. If you're not sure about it, yeah, just go on YouTube, look up some videos on it, and if you like that style, yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's probably one of my favorite games this year, actually. Honestly, the other big release that I've been playing is Destiny 2. We've talked about the first game quite a bit on the podcast, and this one has finally come out, and it is actually just this week finally come out on the PC.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And are you playing it on PC, or were you playing it before?
Yeah, I'm playing it on both. I got it on PlayStation 4 because my brother plays it there, and he got it, and we kind of do a system share deal where we both played through the campaign, which I like. The campaign is actually I feel like much stronger than the first game. It's getting some criticism now. People say that the end game isn't quite what they had wanted, but these type of games, they live on and they make expansions. There's a DLC planned for December, and I'm sure another one early next year, and they're going to continue to roll out content for it. So I know you'd played it on Xbox, the first one, so I wasn't sure your level of interest in it. Or
I mean, I'm interested, but I have not had much time. I play some games on my phone, and that's about it.
Yeah, and that kind of game, these games as a service, they're a time suck, because it's like they're not the kind of game that you'll play for 5 or 10 hours or even 20 hours. It's like a lot of times
it's
a
lot of grinding, and you've had to feel like you're getting your money's worth because you're going to be paying for the next one next, and
but it's not like WoW or something. There's no subscription.
No, it's not that bad. No.
So but it is very reminiscent of a like MMO feel to it.
Yep.
They call it a shared world shooter. They try to avoid the MMO label for some reason, but it's pretty much what it is. I mean, being honest. But yeah, I know it sold really well, and I think initially there was a huge amount of people into it and interest, and it's been falling off a little bit, but I think that's just because so many other things are coming out. We have just today is October 27th, a new Mario game just hit the streets today called Super Mario Odyssey, which is getting like perfect 10 scores from all kinds of reviewers. I got to play it like at a store. They had a demo of it. My son and I got to play it, and he has actually seen commercials on it. I think it was on Hulu, actually. They had commercials for it, and they show where Mario can become a dinosaur. You throw your hat at things, and you can turn into him. And that blew his mind. He was just like, Mario's a dinosaur. So he's into it, and he likes Mario games anyway. So that is something that it's definitely made the Switch a more desirable thing, at least in our house. So don't know if that'll be on the Christmas list or not, but yeah, the Switch has actually been doing really well. They've been having quite a few good games coming out for it, and for someone that it is tough to find time to do games and stuff. That part of it is appealing, that it is portable, and you just take it with you anywhere. And if someone else is watching something on the TV, you can just pop it out of the dock and play it on the couch too. So, we've talked about the Switch a little bit before, but I think the climate on it has changed a little bit. People seem to be like, the popularity just keeps going up, and especially with games like this with Mario. They've also announced they're getting some third-party games that you wouldn't think of Nintendo getting. They're getting Doom. Like the new Doom.
Yeah,
like really
that's crazy.
Dark one. I mean, they're all dark, but it's like really dark and violent, and not what you'd think of as Nintendo. They're also getting Wolfenstein 2, which just came out today as well on other major platforms. I think the Switch one is coming out next year. But yeah, these are like flagship third-party games, like AAA titles. So that's pretty cool that they're getting that kind of stuff. They're not going to get everything. I mean, I don't think the Switch is going to be getting Destiny 2 or the next Grand Theft Auto or whatever. But yeah, they're getting some good stuff. That's for sure. We've got what is it? Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the big titles coming out next year. They just showed a trailer of that, I think a couple weeks ago. So that's one that's been on my radar, but don't think the Switch will be getting.
Right.
But, they've been. I think Nintendo's goal is to get one game a month, like a big title, and they've been hitting that. So they don't have kind of the droughts of content like other systems tend to have.
Right.
So yeah, and their independent titles have actually been doing really well too. They have at least one that I've been a big fan of is the You Don't Know Jack series. It's called Jackbox.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we love Jackbox.
Jackbox is amazing, and that's on the Switch. And I'm like, that's a perfect place for that because you can take that with you, and you don't need a whole pile of controllers. People can use their phones. So to me, I think that is brilliant. I mean, I think that's really cool. We actually played Jackbox Collection, I think the third one, last weekend over at my parents' place. We had some friends over, and those games are a riot, man. I don't know which one have you played.
We have the Jackbox Party Pack or something. I played it at your house, and we bought the same one as you had.
Yeah. Yeah,
so we played that a bunch. Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of fun.
Yeah, the Fibbage I think is still my favorite one, where you have to like come up with lies.
Yeah, we love Fibbage. Some of our friends, our brother, sister-in-law, like Drawsome.
Yes, yeah, I like that one a lot too. Yeah, some people don't like to draw things. They might not be.
Yeah, but you really don't have to be good to draw stuff.
You don't have to be an artist. Yeah, it's like it's just for fun, and they are. I think those are a blast. I like that you can get people involved, and people that don't play games, like they'll pick up a phone and play those with you. It's like they're more of like a board game kind of style or something like that. Which also reminds me of something that PlayStation is launching these things called PlayLink, which they're like the You Don't Know Jack games. They play them on your phone. They have a quiz game that's coming out, I think, today, and then they have one that's like a murder mystery type of game that you are like investigating a murder, and everybody has like different sides. And I think, I don't know the exact plot of the game, but I think you can either play on a good or bad side or whatever. And everyone's using their phone, so they have like their own kind of agenda going on. And it's actually kind of dark. It's like an M-rated game, so not for kids, but a multiplayer game. People play on their phones, and they have one that is free right now. It's called That's You. And it reminds me of like a Wes Anderson film. I don't know if you've seen any of Wes Anderson's stuff, like Life Aquatic or I don't know, the Royal Tenenbaums, that kind of stuff. It has kind of the same look and feel to it.
Yeah, you know me in Bill Murray movies.
Bill Murray, yeah, I know. But it has some weird stuff to it. Like it has you try to match your face to the face of this person they put on the screen, and you vote on who did the best job of imitating the picture and stuff like that. So it's kind of goofy, but it's cool. I like that kind of stuff, and it's good for like icebreakers and ways to get people playing stuff together. So yeah, I played that a couple of times, and it's fun, and it has some of the content can be awkward, like depending on the company you're in. Some of the questions they put in there might be a little more risque, but which I do appreciate. On the Jackbox, they have a filter where you can put a family filter on their games, so you can choose whether you want some of that content in there or not. But
I guess I didn't realize that. That's kind of nice.
I think it's on the third one. I don't know if it's on the ones before that, because we were playing the third one, and I just noticed it. So I don't know if they had patched that in after the fact, or if it's just not in the earlier ones or not. But yeah, that was the first time I remember seeing it. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, because we have kids in the room. We don't want language and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of nice. And my kids, they even get into it, even though they don't really know how to play the game. I think they just like that something fun is going on, and they want to be involved with it. I think that's kind of cool. So, but yeah, those are the Jackbox collections, and those are available on like everything. Well, we just said it was on the Switch, on Xbox, PS4. I think you can even get them on a Fire Stick. You can.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you even just have a Fire Stick, and maybe on a Chromecast, I don't know if they're on Chromecast, but yeah. So yeah, you don't have to have a big fancy game system to run those, and yeah, and you don't need any controllers. So those are cool. They tend to go on sale too if you have if you don't want the newest one. The Jackbox Party Pack 4 just came out this month, but the 1 through 3 are pretty easy to come by. So yeah.
So, well, very cool.
Yeah, that's some of the games I've been playing. I mean, I know we've had a gap since our last podcast, but those are probably the big ones.
Yeah. I was going to say the main game I play right now is Clash Royale on my phone.
Yep, that's a mobile game. I know some people that are into that. Yeah, and I haven't gone down that road. I was playing, as far as mobile games, I was playing this one. Well, you've heard of Peggle, right?
Yeah.
And they have a mobile version that's like it keeps going and going and has like social media tie-ins. I actually got through the entire game. There was like 200 levels, and I got all the way through it. And because I would only play it like time in the potty, play it there, play it now and then. If you're waiting in line somewhere and nothing else to do, I just pick it up and play it, because it's the kind of game you can play for 2 minutes and get some progress in it.
Yeah, so. Clash Royale is kind of nice because the maximum time limit for the game is like 4 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's those bite-sized kind of things where when you're busy, you can still jump in there and get some stuff. I don't know, some progress in the game, and that's cool. I still play the Mario game too. I don't know if you played that one at all. There's the Super Mario Run.
I didn't.
They've done quite a few updates to that. And even just recently, they have like a lightning mode where you go through, and they're very short levels. They're like 10-second levels, and you go through 10 in a row and try to get all the coins and stuff. So
okay.
But yeah, they're still updating that one. It's still out there. And I think Nintendo is working on an Animal Crossing game that I believe is in I think they released it in Australia and like some other areas, which they tend to do. I think they release it in different territories before it comes to the United States, because they know that's like their biggest market, and they are still testing it out. But yeah, I've heard some good things about that. I don't know if you've ever played Animal Crossing games before, but I think it might work pretty well on a mobile platform.
Yeah, I've not, but I kind of know the concept.
Yeah. It's the kind of like build your own town and farming and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Those have never been my favorite kind of games either, but I have played like Animal Crossing, I think, on the GameCube, and it was fun.
Okay.
It is a cool game. And it's something kids can play and get into, and that kind of thing. But so mobile games,
that's about all I have time for.
Yeah, I know. Do you still have your Xbox? You have Xbox?
Oh One, yeah, right? I have an Xbox One. I don't have Xbox Live right now.
Okay.
But I may or may not get it again. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we have there's some Xbox news this week. Original OG Xbox games are now playable on Xbox One.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious.
Can I just put the disc in and go?
You put the disc in. If you own the game, you put it in.
I still have a bunch of discs.
Well, dig them out. Not all of them. The first batch, I think it's like Crimson Skies, Knights of the Old Republic. There's some big titles.
Like a small list. Like any of the X-Men games?
I didn't see any of the X-Men games on there.
Gosh.
I know Fusion Frenzy was one of them. I think the original Halo, of course, they're gonna
have that. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, if you own the game, if you have the disc, you just pop the disc in. And
does it copy the disc to the hard drive?
I believe that's how it works. I think it has to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Copy the data, and of course you can buy them digitally now, so you can buy OG Xbox games. But it's a really cool thing. That's kind of unprecedented for a system, especially so far into its life, to go back, become backward compatible, like all the way to the very first system. So that's actually really cool. And Microsoft doesn't really stand to gain a whole lot by doing that, except just kind of goodwill. Because
I mean, not much. I mean, people may go back and buy some of those.
Yeah, games. They might, and they make a few sales, but they're not, selling them for $60. I mean, these are going to be cheaper games,
right?
And they might give away some of them with their games with gold kind of thing. But
Yeah.
So
But, I mean, they're gonna garner like customer retention,
yeah,
and
exactly.
like
And then
because people know that if they buy the new system, Xbox is gonna make a concerted effort to make it so your games don't just go to waste.
and Phil Spencer, who's head of Xbox division, that's what he's, his vision for Xbox is that you have this one platform, and he wants it to be like in the future. He doesn't want there ever to be a time where you lose any of your games. He
Yeah,
said,
that's
whatever
awesome.
games that you have bought, you have in your collection, he wants those to go with you for as long
Okay.
as Xbox is a thing. So that's cool. I appreciate that. I think that is really awesome. And when they came out with the 360 backward compatibility, I thought that was really cool too. So, yep, that is a thing. Just started. So yeah, only the first batch. There's a handful of games in there.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now, but
Yeah.
it's cool though.
The one I have Knights of the Old Republic, which I never beat, and I haven't played it, and I don't even have an original Xbox anymore. So
Oh
I was
man.
kind of excited by that. I'm like, I still have the disc. I can pop that in there and play that game now.
I'm looking at
So
my Xbox, but
yeah.
it's pretty much bricked right now.
Bricked.
Well, I mean, I had XBMC on it, and
Oh, yeah.
it's
The
just
original.
it's
Yeah.
not quite right anymore. I mean, I
Right.
didn't do
Yeah.
like the hardware mod. I did
No.
all the software stuff,
Soft
but
mod.
it's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
it's not quite right.
Yep. Well, hopefully, as they add more backward compatible titles, and they'll probably try to hit the biggest ones, the ones that had sold the most, to make them backward compatible.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're going to continue doing that. The other big Xbox news is they have a new console coming out in like a week and a half. The Xbox One X, which is touted the most powerful console ever. They say it's 40% faster than any other console, which means 40% faster than the PlayStation 4 Pro, because that's the only other one close to it. I'm not sure. We talked about it before about what it actually gets you, above the other ones. It's 4K. You get better graphics, better load times,
It's
speeds.
4K
Native.
movies. Oh, it's native. Xbox
Yeah.
One S was 4K movies, right?
Yes, it has
Okay.
a 4K Blu-ray drive, and
Yeah.
the X also has that, and will also upconvert a lot of games, and a lot of new titles are going to be built to take advantage of it. So,
Cool.
yeah, it is cool. It's pricey. It's $500, but yeah, that's coming out in just here in a week and a half. So, I'm
That's
interested
awesome.
to see how it does, and to see one out in the wild, or to if any people I know or any of the guys I work with get one, I'd probably like to try one out before it's not something I'm ready to itching to drop $500 on, but you know I'm interested in that kind of thing and to see how cool it is. Now I don't know, last time you turned on your Xbox, they updated the OS on it recently too.
Yeah, we turn it on all the time.
Yeah. Okay. See,
We watch lots of Netflix on the Xbox.
Netflix on the Xbox. So have you noticed the whole UI change on it?
Yes, I did see it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot speedier, at least in my experience. I think things come up a little faster, and the way they organize some of the content, I kind of like that. Actually, it's a little easier to find stuff on it. At least
Yeah.
I was perusing things the other day. Yeah, so you don't have your live gold, but yeah, I guess if you're just using on Netflix and stuff, then
Yeah. No, we don't. I mean,
yeah, it's
yeah.
if you're not playing games online with it, yeah, you don't really need it until something comes out that you'd want to do that on. But,
Right. Like, I mean,
yeah.
if I had to itch to play Destiny or something right now, I couldn't.
Oh yeah, because that game has to have it. That's
Or like Rocket League.
oh yeah, yeah. Um,
So
yeah, I know. So that's how it is. Rocket League though is cross-play now. You can play it on PC and against other people, except on plays. I think PS4 does. They won't allow that.
wah
But
wah wah.
yeah, everybody else is in on it. Even Nintendo Switch is getting Rocket League, and
Really?
it's crossplay. Yeah,
Oh
you can play on
man,
PC
that would
and
actually
Xbox.
be a lot of fun on the Switch.
Oh yeah, it would be amazing on Switch. And they say it is the exact same game. Like it's not like a light version or anything. It's the full
Yeah.
game. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, Switch is killing it, man. They're getting some good stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe in here the next few months that might be uh something we're gonna be picking up, I think.
What's the price now? Like $379?
That's with a game, yeah. It's $299 for the base system. So
wait, it's $379 with a game?
The bundle. There's bundles that come.
What else comes with it? Another controller?
The Mario bundle comes with Mario Odyssey and a carrying case and probably some other little things. So
okay.
Not a whole lot. And yeah, you're not really saving any money on these bundles. The bundles are like the same price as buying everything individually. But it's selling so well, they don't need to discount it. So they're not going to.
Stupid capitalism.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, I think last thing on the podcast here, I thought we'd talk about, we got Halloween coming up, talk about costumes. Your kids going? Are they doing trick-or-treating? You have any costumes lined up?
Halloween is a devil's playground, Ken.
Yeah, right.
No, so yeah, my kids, if people don't know, I have 4 kids, so this will take about a half hour to explain. No, so my oldest is going as a Pokemon trainer.
Cool. Hey, that's a good one.
My second oldest is going as a Cyndaquil, which is a type of Pokemon, but it's a bit obscure.
I've never heard of that one. Yeah.
So he's a little upset because people don't recognize what he is.
Okay.
But we tried to explain that to him before. So
the hardcore Pokemon people will, and there's some of those out there. You'll get some. Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife made both of those costumes. So
nice.
They look pretty good. Pretty proud of her.
Cool. Yeah.
And then my daughter is going as Elena of Avalor, so that one's a little easier. But she made an ultimatum early on that she had to have she needed to have an Elena scepter.
Oh, Elena has.
So Grandma and Grandpa bought her a scepter that lights up and makes sound and is amazing. And I almost didn't let her play with it until Halloween because I was afraid she'd break it. But it was still functioning tonight at the Halloween party we went to, so that's good. And then my youngest is he's going as a puppy dog, a black puppy. He wanted to be a black puppy. He's 2, so we're really not sure if that's what he really wants or not. We have a sweet lion costume that nobody would ever wear. But
so it fits him, and he just
handed down through the generations of children, and just my children, I guess. But so it's a sweet lion costume. But anyway, so my wife put together a black puppy dog costume for him. So
cool.
And I am not dressing up again.
No, never again.
I'm a grown man.
No. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe for the right party or the right thing, I might. But there's a contest at work. I just don't think I'm going to do it for that either.
Yeah, I don't dress up for work. I think they did that today. People were dressing up today, and my excuse is I forgot. I wore my Legend of Zelda shirt today. That was it. Got my Triforce. But yeah, that's as far as I went.
So you just dressed up as a nerd.
Yep. That's it. My kids, Finn had the good idea. He wanted to be a Ghostbuster, and we were going to try to do a family.
One of the girl Ghostbusters?
He's a boy Ghostbuster.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he. Yeah, I think we've seen the new one, but that wasn't. Didn't have the same impact. I don't think. I am going to be Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yeah,
perfect.
Stay Puft, and Lindsay's going to be Slimer.
Oh,
and then
nice.
Tesla is going to be Ariel the Mermaid because she didn't want to go in with the Ghostbuster thing. So,
oh my goodness, that girl
going her own way.
It's like she has a mind of her own.
It is, right? Yeah, she couldn't be convinced. So yeah, she'll be. And she's very excited about it, and she has not been allowed to look at her costume. So,
oh my goodness, yeah.
I think she's looked at it. She's not been able to get out of the package because we bought our costumes this year.
Yeah. So the Little Mermaid costume, I assume that you'll have to like carry her in a wagon because she won't be able to walk.
Yeah, I don't know how big of strides she'll be able to make in it because I mean her feet will come out the bottom and. I know she can walk, but I don't know how much a range.
Oh, I was being facetious, but that's amazing.
I don't know. And she has like the red wig, I think. Is it?
You should decorate like one of your wagon with like a big seashell behind it, so that she sits in front of it,
right?
And like just waves at people as she goes by.
She can just be lazy and not walk. No, I told them this year I was like, they need to earn that candy if they want it, because I did a lot of carrying of Finn last year. So not carrying, no free rides. So
I'd say if you're carrying him between a house, he has to give all the candy from that house to you.
Oh, I've earned that candy. Yeah, that's right. We take a cut.
My kids have no idea how much candy I've eaten.
Oh gosh, yeah. But yeah, ours is on Halloween over here.
Yep,
That's
I think
on Tuesday.
We're assuming ours is too, but we haven't actually checked.
Okay. So yeah,
we might have a rude awakening this weekend when people start showing up at noon or something.
Who's that at the door? Yeah.
Go away, you kids.
Yep. Yeah, right. Kids they've been counting down the days. I mean, I feel like the last month and a half. It's like, when's Halloween? When's Halloween? It's like, oh, it's finally here. So, yep, we're excited. Yeah, costumes are all ready. So, and I haven't gone in costume in a while. So,
yeah, that's great though. I like the theme. I wish your daughter would have.
I know, right? She had to hold out and be the one different. And she's already planning next year's too. She's trying to figure out what she's going to be next year.
Well, she needs to decide. Then you guys need to theme with her, I guess.
Right. I guess she wants to be a ballerina, though. What do you team up with that? I mean, what are we doing?
Do the Nutcracker.
Nutcracker. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think. Sugar plum. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do like the Disney Nutcracker one and like dress up as Minnie Mouse and Donald or something.
Okay. Could do that.
The Rat King. Is that what it is?
I think. Is it? Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that's all I had for the podcast today. I think we did our hour, which was good.
Gosh, has it been an hour already?
Yep.
I hope everybody else has as much fun as I just did. So
I know, a good time. It's been a while.
I know it has.
It's good to talk. We'll hopefully be joining everyone here again before too long. This is we're on episode 82. We're coming around at 100. You know,
yeah,
we're gonna get there.
We need somebody to tell us something cool to do for 100. So
for 100, so we need to be directed in what to do for our 100th episode. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I think we're gonna get to. Yeah, and as I'm sure lives will continue to be busy, and I would like to try to have our next episode within a week or so, but we'll see. Yep. I have final exams this week, so finishing statistics, so got that on me, but that'll be done before next week, so I'll be happy. I'll be ready to do another podcast, I think, having that behind me. So I hope everyone has a really good week, a really safe week. Watch out with the trick-or-treating, and
only eat candy that's wrapped.
That's right. Although I saw something today that I guess like the chances of being poisoned by candy is pretty bad. Like it's pretty low. Like, for as much as people go on and on about it, it's not much of a thing.
It's because nobody eats unwrapped candy.
Right. That's right. Because everybody listens to adults and what to do. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. If you listen to this podcast, this has been Blathering Blatherskites, number 82. I've been one of your hosts, Ken Doman at Nintendo79. You can find us on Twitter at @BBlatherskites. If you want to send the show a message of some kind, please do. Robbie, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Nope, my brain is empty. Thank you, everybody.
He's out. We're done. All right. We will catch you guys next time, whenever that may be. So have a good one.